The Riga Arena in the beautiful city of Riga in Latvia, and the host country, Latvia, take on Great Britain in the first game of the group phase, Group A of EuroBasket Women 2019. Good crowd building here. Expectation for Latvia, a team that qualified for the World Cup from the last year's EuroBasket, has high expectations but has injury issues and absences from their team that really do give Great Britain an opportunity to start this Group A with a win. Here is Group A, and you can see how closely Latvia and Great Britain are in the rankings, 24 and 25. Ukraine and Spain make up the four. Spain, one of the perennial winners in the EuroBasket tournament, look like the toughest nut to crack in this tournament. Here is the schedule, 6:30 local time, Great Britain and Latvia face off. Later on this evening, 9 o'clock local time, the nightcap game, Ukraine and Spain, will draw an end to the action here in Riga on day one. Just going to get into those individual player introductions. With me the whole time here in Riga is Teresa Brantlova, the former Czech international. And Teresa, Latvia, high expectations but big problems with their absence players. Great Britain with a big opportunity.
Absolutely, as you're saying, it's always nice to play in front of your whole nation, and it gives you a special buzz of the 6 players. So I wonder if we're going to see it in today's game in Latvia's performance, because as you just mentioned, Steinberger is not part of this team this year, and she has been a huge big player of the Latvian team. On the other hand, GB, really great opportunity for them this year. They have probably the most talented group in the past years they've had to try and go to the further stages of this tournament.
Well, they had to overcome last time's 4th place team in Greece to qualify, so that should give them some confidence. But as you said, Nina Steinberger was the heart and soul of the team in 2017 when they qualified and then had a tremendous World Cup, and for whatever reason is not here, and so therefore it always then concentrates on the team, on the players that are here, and they're still a talented group. And playing at home gives you such an advantage, but also, if things go badly, can put too much pressure on you.
Yeah, that's true. But as you just mentioned, they have talented. They have Elena Babkina as a big leader as well. She proved in the 2017 before she got that injury. Also, they have Vitola, who should dominate Latvian under the hoop. They also have Zenta Melnika, another big who's quite athletic and skilled. So it will be interesting to see what they're going to be offering us in here with this, let's say, reduced squad of their typical players for many years, past many years.
Well, these teams have played each other twice in EuroBasket final rounds, and they shared those games one-on-one. And so that's how close it's going to be. One place in the rankings, they're one-on-one in head-to-heads in final rounds. This is a tough one. It could be crucial in final qualification for the crossover games. But we're going to stop now for the national anthems of both countries, and we'll start with the national anthem of Great Britain.
Ladies and gentlemen, national anthem Latvia's valsts hymn, national anthem of Latvia.
as you know, Teresa, there's nothing like that moment with the national anthem to really remind you, if you ever needed it, that this is national team basketball.
Yeah, it's such an exciting opportunity for every player to have a chance to play for their national team, and I think every single player on this board right now for either GB or Latvia are fully aware of it, and they're going to show us their best, and they know they have to.
Well, here are the three officials for this game. Yasmin Jura is one of the most experienced officials from Serbia, Sasha Maricic also from Serbia, and Elena Shirinova from Russia take charge of the third game of day one. And as always, it's as big an honor for referees to get this class of recognition as to an extent it is for the players. We're going to get a chance to look at the two rosters, and we're going to look at Great Britain first, Teresa, and it's a roster for me that has experience. It has a lot of caps, which is unusual for a Great Britain team. And it has confidence because, as we say, Israel and Russia and Greece were the teams that had to overcome. But then we're looking at Latvia first. And with the absence of Steinberger, so how much pressure is there on Kristina Vetsola and Dialeko? How much pressure on those two?
I think it's a massive pressure, and they both know it, especially on the glass, because we know Steinberger has been such an excellent player on offensive board to give Latvia another possessions to try to score and outscore the oppositions. So I think they should not really try to think of that pressure too much and just play what they know and try to stay mentally balanced in the game no matter how the game's going to go, because they will need to contribute in today's game.
Well, Kristina Vetsola, we saw her at the World Cup, and it was a tough ask for Latvia, but they had a game that could have gotten them to the latter stages, and she probably led the team alongside Steinberger. She was crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I say, when you have Steinberger next to you on the team, it's quite easy, you know, to take part, but this time it's on her shoulders, especially under the hoop, to perform on the glass.
Well, here is the Great Britain team roster. Steph Collins makes 150th appearance. But any national team player playing that many times, that's a phenomenal achievement for her. Carly Samuelson gets her first look at EuroBasket final round, and she had a great season for Casterbrain in the Women's EuroLeague. And this team has like some players of real exciting potential, but all this starting lineup is a very experienced group of players.
Yeah, with their international experience, all of these players playing on the top level in the domestic leagues, and as you just mentioned, they bring in WNBA experiences within into the roster of GB. Same, this is Jana Lidem, well-experienced player. She has led her team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals, and efficiency in the whole qualifying game. So it's a massive influence of her in this team.
And the crucial thing for GB is that with Samuelson and with Fagbenle, they have other players now that can help share the load. So it's an exciting time for that team, but they have to overcome a home team in a fairly full arena, a home team that is used to winning, because Latvia in recent years is used to winning.
Yeah, and they've been together for so long, and you know, they're not like the team who shines at first, but they performed, and they've been able 2017 to really shock a couple teams. So GB needs to be aware and really take step by step this game and try to perform.
Well, Chema Bucheta in shot, former coach of the Spanish national team, and he's had stints for Bulgaria, and a much respected figure in the basketball world, and has done a marvelous job taking Great Britain to the finals here. But as he said, it's only part of the job done. The rest of the job is all here in Latvia. So, wherever you are joining us from, whichever part of the world, whichever time zone, wherever you are, welcome to the Riga Arena. Great Britain in the white uniform and Latvia in the burgundy color strip, and it will be Latvia who gets the first look at it. And Dikiaku gets it off to the wing. Buvele looks inside, and then switching defense, little ball fake and step through. And Rumane gets the first two. Van der Waal will handle the basketball for Great Britain. Samuelson is fouled on the hold, and that's a matchup that Great Britain needs to exploit, a little size advantage for Samuelson.
Yeah, Great Britain needs to use this mismatch in size, because definitely Pulver is way shorter than Carly Samuelsson.
So Van der Waal will find Samuelsson on a ball reversal, soft cut by Fagbenle, puts it on the floor, going inside, reverse layup, doesn't get it to drop, and she had the tougher job to do on the finish as opposed to Murray at the other end. Itzola goes to work, soft touch for two, and Latvia taking it right to the gut of the GB defense. Van der Waal on the pull-up, little floater is short. Fagbenle gets a piece, and that ball should belong to Great Britain, and it does.
Here we see the combination fundamentals, pick and roll. Small, big player, Elina Babkina and Christina Vitola.
And we got a foul. I thought if you fouled before the ball came in, it was an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, that's what I would have assumed as well, but maybe in this case, maybe we're wrong.
Maybe we haven't quite got that one. Here's Leadham. Puts it on the floor, looks to be aggressive, steps through, second move to the basket, out one. And Johanna Leadham shows you why she led all those stats categories that you mentioned.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will see her a lot in action in today's game. Scoring 19.5 per fourth game during the qualifying games is just a huge number for Britain.
And the second move, drew the contact, chance to make it a three-point play for Johanna Leadham, which she does. So everybody, both teams' nerves will be settled, both teams have ticked it over, and Great Britain show a little bit of token pressure up the floor. Itola will, Ikiaku will get it into the half court, little handoff, goes quick off that handoff, switching defense, little hand by Leadham, gets another positive stat. In fact, Benley needs Van der Waal, but brings it herself. Samuelsson puts it on the floor, steps back. In fact, Benley is outside. Post up, Leadham on the inside, steps through, doesn't get the drop. And Digiaku will push. Wide open three on the end of the break is off, and Van der Waal will collect as Kreslina's three does not connect. Samuelsson, they're going to have to call the foul because you can't run through the screen.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And that's her second personal foul, I think.
And that's the 14th foul on Latvia. We still have 8:06 to go in the first quarter. And substitutions straight away for Latvia.
Well, that was actually her third personal foul already.
So she has 3 of the 4.
Yeah. That's not the best beginning you wish.
No. If you're a Latvian fan now, you don't think the referee's very good.
Yes.
Samuelsson way outside. We'll find Van der Waal. Ball movement by Great Britain. Sideline pick and roll. Lead him down the middle again, kicks it off. Fagbenle can't handle it, and the ball will belong to Great Britain. Leadham plays heads up, not to try and catch that. She had nowhere to go if she did.
Yes, it's quite interesting to see because Latvia came out with really aggressive defense against Britain right now, these first minutes of the game, trying to get them out of rhythm and not get anything very easy.
Fagbenle to the foul line, 2 is good. And great recognition of the shot clock by Temi Fagbenle. Just entering her 3rd season in the WNBA. Picked up a championship ring, first year with the Lynx. Ballet for 3 is no good. And Leadham comes up with yet another stat. And Johanna Leadham already accumulating. Handy for 3s, deep and good. And Great Britain out the blocks, open an 8-4 advantage. And the crowd will try and help this Latvian team settle down. Digliaku, Fagbenle gets a piece, turnover.
Yeah, now Vitola really said that right because she had Rachel Van der Waal on her back and she's way shorter, so you don't want to bounce the ball, you want to give it to her high, so she can just grab it and score.
There's the replay of the Handy 3. Great Britain take a lot of 3s. Here's Handy again outside the 3. Find Van der Waal. Slip. Handy feeling it. Can't make the second 3. And Digiaku will push. Well, Great Britain switch every screen. Latvia with the 3 is no good. and the ball will belong to Great Britain.
It was a great help from the weak side from Temme Pagoda being on the split line, so unable Vittola to take that one bounce and into the hoop.
It's interesting, you know, we talked in the previous games about teams switching. It's not the switch, is it? It's the help they get away from the switch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Handy will hand it off to Van der Waal. Samuelson in the corner. Magdalene gets it deep. This is probably going up. Second move, great block. Tremendous block by Brumane, and Digliacu's off in the break. The mid-range two on the end of the break is good. And defense always initiates offense. And the vault guarded by Digliacu. Hillydom somehow manages to collect. Everybody's on the floor. That's what national team basketball thinks. We saw Latvia last night with that double team on the pick and roll. Digliacu for two is no good. And Samuelson can't collect. And just out of shot, Chantal Andy, as we can see, is limping a little, but I don't think there's anything major there.
Yeah, this is a trap on the lead. As a player, you got to recognize this and not really dribble too much and try to hit the player on the lift, or really try to go and get a quick pass out of their double. So I'm pretty sure Lidam's going to learn out of that. Ooh, great steal.
Van der Waal, 3-on-1 break. Just have to make the right decision. Great Britain should get the easy two, and they do. And again, same way, defense leads to offense.
Absolutely. We always say defense brings the offense,
yep.
and it just proves it every single time.
Digliacu puts it on the floor, gets in the lane and kicks. The open three is good, but short. Wide open look. And Stradmane has to take that shot, but Great Britain will roll the dice and say, make the three in there.
Yeah, she had to take it because the previous possession she has made it, so it would be kind of silly not to take that, especially when you're wide open.
Two early substitutions for Great Britain. Jenna Moncanana in the game. Georgia Jones checks in. Both players play in the British League, which a common consent is growing in level. Lead 'em. And Moncanana outside finds Jones on the ball reversal. Samuelson will come off the screen here. Samuelson fires up the three, is short. And Digliacu gives it up. Pulvele. Gotta give some inside touches, Latvia. Especially now they have switched out. Moncanana's quick on their help, and again, the Great Britain defense, the two facets, the ball pressure and the rotation.
Yeah, they're ready for these because they know Latvia's gonna try to play pick and roll and hit those picks on the roll. So great defense from Britain to fill that split line.
Jones in the half court will find Samuelson. Leadham's turn to come off the down screen. That's an offensive foul, Moncanana. So you'll notice the difference in interpretations on the screen. To me, obviously a foul. Move hip.
Yeah.
In Europe, you understand how to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to be completely still, unless, I don't know, the referees doesn't see it, so.
Yaku drains it for three. And when we saw them practice, when she makes them in bunches.
Yeah, absolutely. And she starts every step on the court with the kind of exercise to go and hit a couple threes. So no surprise.
Samuelson answers with three of her own, and if you gamble on the steal and she's open, it's down. Both teams slipping into offensive rhythm pretty quickly here. Digliacu puts it on the floor, great attack to hoop, and two. And Benley will need help on that matchup if they switch.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I haven't seen anyone in a split line from GB's defense, so I'm pretty sure that was just quite.
But that was rolled back the years. Digliacu was quick. Moncanana three, and she drains one.
That's the confidence. You open, take the shot.
That's called youth, right?
Yes. Sometimes you wish some players have still that mindset of youth.
Great rotation again by Great Britain on the defensive end. Bentley comes down with a rebound. Samuelson in transition. Stops, gives it up. Leadham looks down at the three-point line and just nails the three. Great Britain share the ball in transition. Open it out to a 19-11 lead. Latvia take the timeout. And you always know when you're the home team and the crowd is quiet, you have a problem.
Yeah, something goes wrong. But what I've been pleased to see from GB right now, because Cody Samuelson hit that big shot just a position ago, and she still shared the ball for her teammate Leadham because she had a better position. And it's always nice to see for young players that the players recognizing and read the game, recognizing the rules, because Leadham is excellent three-point shooter. So give her the ball, yeah, get her in the game, because as more players as early as possible are in the game, there's more chances you have to grab the win. So great play offensively from GB.
Well, 4 from 6 from Great Britain from the three-point line. They have shot a lot of threes in qualification, but that's the game. They spread the floor and they're challenging Latvia to guard them. But as we've seen, when they get the closeout, they will attack it. Latvia by. Here's a question for you: when you have this switching defense and you recognize the mismatch, sometimes you're not quite used to making the pass. And so far, I think Latvia is a little rushed on that. They have the mismatch, they don't have to rush. And if Great Britain overhelp, they should kick to the open player, because this Latvian team can shoot the ball.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the beauty why you want to create a mismatch, to give you a big time to set their position and then see and react to moves of defense.
So Latvia's problems injury-wise look like they've been extended with the problem on the bench there. We'll try and get you some confirmation. Passing inside by Stomani. The 2 is good for Malinka. And if there is a problem with Vitola, someone's got to step up, and Malinka just did.
Yeah, that must be her, because I don't see anyone else pretty much to be that kind of big player from down under the hoop.
Back Bentley outside, puts it on the floor, travels. We saw it's a little bit of a, I think that change of pivot foot thing is, let's just say it's more American than it is European. And in Europe, it gets called all the time.
Yeah, and we've seen that in the previous game with Glory Johnson.
Absolutely.
She has been called a couple of times this travels because she used to the American rule, so players need to adjust.
Liaku puts it on the floor, gets the switch. They switch again. Liaku puts it on the floor, same great pass. Great pass. And now they're on the glass. Malinka and Samuelson going after it. They have a jump ball. The ball belongs to Great Britain. Super pass though. Liaku with the recognition of the big player switch, attacks it on the dribble, and whether it's the score or it's the pass, she does a super job.
Yeah, that just proves the qualities as well for a Latvian team. Not only Latvian team on the international level in domestic leagues, but what we've seen in the trainings that Latvian players quite missing these open shots, so they need to try to make them.
Latvia shows some pressure, and then drop back into almost a 1-2-2 zone. Is a 1-2-2 zone.
Yeah.
Takbele on the inside, has to make a decent decision, does so. 4 on the shot clock, it's got to go up, it's got to go up. Montanani gets blocked. Liaku, 1-on-1 on the break, stops and pops and knocks it down. And she is carrying this team offensively and really rising to the home crowd. Leadham is fouled and will go to the free throw line with 1:34 to go in the first.
And it again came from that great defense possession, because they have changed from man-to-man into the zone defense, and Britain didn't recognize it on time, and they have turned the ball over. So now it's up to the point guards really read the floor and know that Latvia went into the zone defense. So you need to adjust offensively and play either organized offense against the zone, or try to send someone through to make sure that the defensive players are moving, and then it's going to create you a space to attack.
So Great Britain goes small as Bentley sits down for, she'll get the 1:34 and the quarter break. Leadham is normally money from the free throw line, makes the 3rd of 3.
Would you put your money mark on?
I would always put my money on Joe Leadham making the free throw.
Excellent, you would win.
Has never ever let Great Britain or Borj or Volkovice or whichever club team she has played for. Iliaku, who's had a tremendous start to the game for Latvia. Poor pass. That's the scenario I'm thinking. They think, oh, there's a switch, I have to make this pass.
Yeah, but you're going to give you big time to set the position, because she has been really building the position, and in that time came that pass. She wasn't ready for it.
And change the angle.
Absolutely.
And whatever. Lead them in the half court for Great Britain. Simpson gets some action in the first quarter. Lead them from downtown.
And 3.
Knocks it down and tells the crowd. That was in the old town.
Wow. First quarter, 10 points for Lidem already.
Iliaku moves it on. And look at the rotation from Great Britain. The change of angle is there, and then a bad decision. They're almost fixated with making the pass to the player with a mismatch. Van der Boer lines it up for 3. She rims in and out. Iliaku with 40 seconds left. Nice pass. Oh, the layup, and Great Britain will, you'd think, take some time here with 33 seconds. Van der Boer thinks about it, puts it on the floor. Monkiana blows the layup. So and we've seen this a lot so far. Finish the play. If you get fouled, get fouled. Don't try to avoid contact. Beautiful pass. Iliaku is doing it all for Latvia, and it's a good job, because at the moment she is holding them in this game. I don't think Great Britain realized there is no time here. Simpson's got to get it over, and turns it over, and there is time. No, there isn't, and that is not going to count. And where was Simpson thinking of being indecisive? And Latvia's defense begins to have some impact on the game at the end of the first quarter. But there's confirmation of the score. Great Britain had a 24-17 advantage. Statistically, from the three-point line, they're 56%. And are doing a really nice job. Haven't missed a free throw. Very, very key. Latvia, no free throw. So Great Britain huddle must be very happy. Shedder, a happy coach. Well, back live inside the Riga Arena, and a crowd that's a little stunned in terms of a little silent, should we say, as Great Britain built the 24-17 lead, with Joe Leadham hitting 13 first quarter points. Big stage, big players come to play, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And 24 points for GB in the first quarter is a great result point-wise, because it's a lot. And that comes to the great, excellent three-point shooting, having hit 5 out of 9 so far for Great Britain. So as you said, the players, we know who's going to take the shots. They do. Either if it's Carly Summers or John Leadham. I think no surprise the way GB plays. On the other hand, we see Elena Babkinas trying to really Elena Viekoku, trying to really distribute the ball for her teammates as well as take her own action, but shame that her teammates are missing those open shots, because it will be a slightly different margin in the score if they have hit those 3 open shots.
Wow. Iliaku, who's been tremendous for Latvia, where we were looking to say who will step up, who will lead in the absence of Steinberger. Well, there's your answer. Not only, as you say, scores for herself, but is creating, and it's great to see her play on the big stage. She's another player. Big stage, I'm a big player. She has to play. Start of the second quarter. Opportunity against the steal inside for the quick 2, and they blow another one. Van der Boer will chase this down with Leadham, and Leadham in transition. Magdalene gets rewarded for running the floor, steps through, second move for 2, and the 2 Polish League club players combined for 2. And you've got to reward the big player for running the floor, right?
Yes, indeed. I know, Mark, you have coached me before, and I know you always said that. When they run big, when the big runs, you have to give them the ball. Otherwise, they will give up very easily.
They stop rebounding for you too. It's even worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Inbound, and Mani with a pass intercepted. Oh, what a block! Oh, Simpson came from nowhere. In fact, Benley was holding her ground, not wanting a foul, and Simpson quite rightly went after it. Leadham. And another quick whistle. And Latvia appear to be very caught up in the physicality with their hands.
Yeah, absolutely. They step into the game quite with the aggressive defense, and I think Coach Boards is risking, yeah, you can see the hands again. The Coach Boards probably is risking a couple fouls and trying to still stick to the aggressive defense.
Fagbele puts it on the floor. Second step in traffic and is blocked, and the ball goes out of bounds.
In these cases, you kind of wish, yeah, a little bit kick the ball out because you have excellent shooters around you. So just deliver the pass, recognize the filled paint. There's no space to go.
Kreslina outside, we've got a whistle on the play. Simpson is charged with the foul. And the referee's calling this pretty tight. It's 2 fouls on Great Britain and one already in this second quarter on Latvia. Players have to adjust to that and realize that's how it's being called.
Yeah, otherwise we're gonna see loads of foul shots.
A possession to the,
yeah.
to the bench. Fagbele leaves the floor, and the 2 is good. Great little ball fake. He steps into the gap, and Pulvare gets the 2. Simpson on the dribble, looks inside. Fagbele gets deep. Simpson gets caught with the dribble again. And great rotation. It's Latvia's turn. As Simpson comes up with a steal, goes up for the 2, is fouled, and will have to earn them from the free throw line. But Simpson didn't worry about the turnover. Latvia played great defense and then didn't take the advantage.
Yeah, and that's what you have to be. You have to be mentally balanced in this stage because no matter if you have downs or ups, you still have to be consistent with your performance offensively, defensively, and that's what Ellie Simpson just showed us.
So Simpson, another good shooter, makes the free throw. Chance to increase the lead to a 9-point game. And Latvia won't be disappointed with their start to the second quarter. They've been aggressive, they've made some plays off defense. But Great Britain ticked the score over.
It's quite obvious the game plan of Latvia as well. They're really trying to deliver the ball to their bigs down as well. So if they're going to hit some long distance shots, it's going to open even more space for them to play. So
Kreslina falls, Fagbele comes up with it, and Van der Waal has a chance to run. Although she takes a little time, gets some space, now looks for Fagbele with 3. And she's short. Everybody has a green line.
Yeah, but it was like no one for rebound at all. So
Leadham with the steal, get another positive stat. Leadham leads the break, drops it into Fagbele and rewards the runner again. And somehow Handy keeps it alive. Van der Waal lines up the 3, is no good. And Pulvare has a chance to run for Latvia in transition. Stolmane, no option. Pulvare guarded by Fagbele is going to offer her a 3 because she has to. Handy picks up the rebound. And this game is frenetic.
There's been great controlling of the tempo right now from GB.
Fagbele going baseline, in traffic, will kick it. Leadham, Simpson's extra pass, great ball movement, Handy for 3, doesn't get rewarded. But you gotta love the offensive execution.
Every time you see every player touch the ball in the offense, it's just a beauty to watch.
Great rip and go through for 2. And Pulvare, excellent recognition. Great ball movement, picks up the trowel and takes it to the hoop.
Yeah, and the defensive players have been very slow from Great Britain to move to that split line to cover this penetration.
Van der Waal for 2. Oh, just about. The ring almost reached up and pulled that one back.
I think the quiet would have been now waiting if it's going to go in or out.
Everyone in the crowd was trying to suck it off. You know, it's like get it away from the ring. Lead him on the help. Hits the floor. The tear. It's good. A back-to-back baskets for Pulvare. And the ball into the half court. And if you're Latvia, you're happy because I don't think Great Britain they're going to make many more 3s unless Leadham makes that one. She does.
And back to confirmation. When you say something, the player's going to prove you wrong.
The Great Britain have played great. Latvia has struggled a little bit, still only trailed 10 here. We're halfway through the second quarter. Mane looks inside, and again, almost fixated with making a pass, even though it might not be there. Vigliacu checks back in for, crucially checks back in for Latvia. I cannot see her spending much time on the bench.
Yeah, no. They really need her on the court, and this is a great rip and go from Caroline Pilabere. Quite impressive.
Collins has to get this in, and just does. And Collins makes her first appearance in this evening's game. Samuelson's back for Great Britain. Puts it on the floor, stops, fires it up for two, is good.
Tough shot.
Well, she's definitely offensive, let's say that, mate. It's just a tough pull-up. Vigliacu. Great Britain opened it to a 12-point lead. Vigliacu again attacks the big player on the closeout and gets the same result. Someone, they have to realize they have to suck the middle and protect it.
Absolutely, they've been doing it really good the first quarter, so they need to really get back to it, because that's easy to points for Elena Di Chiaco.
And there's the double team against the pick. Samuelson holds on, and it's a jump ball, but it will be a Great Britain ball. Second time that Great Britain have been caught in the double team.
I think this time they called a foul.
They called a foul?
Yeah.
I'm in the crowd on that one. I don't think...
you know, because the reaction of the crowd as well.
Yeah, it's definitely been called as a foul.
Yeah.
The third team foul for Latvia and a 14-second reset. Andy, 4-3 is no good. It's getting a little physical out there.
Yeah, it always depends what the official's going to allow you to do. And I think because Latvia stepped aggressive into the game, obviously the official's going to get used to it a little bit. So it's always better to set the tempo since first minute of the game, then try to adjust it.
Lob to the inside for two. And I think the key there, no ball pressure for Great Britain, so the pass was easy to see. Latvia close it to an 8-point game. Tempo's gone a little bit for Great Britain. Collins in the game, looks inside here. Leadham has it. Green just off the bench, can't get the three. Just recently graduated from the University of Tennessee. Vigliacu from deep, and Green comes down with the defensive rebound. Great Britain look like they've tired a little, should we say, because there's no tempo to the break, but Samuelson puts it on the floor. Stops in the lane for two, is good. Oh,
Whoa.
oh, that looked like an L1 to me too. 10-point game.
It's almost identical shot, as she's just done a couple possessions before from the other side. So great penetration for Carly Samuelson.
Pilabere will reverse the basket with a three is away and good. Mane with a big set. Again, the defense is a little step late. Leadham to Green, just about hangs on. Going baseline, gets in the lane, stops, and tough move. Solid move on the baseline.
Yeah,
Green picks up her first two.
It's always good to score first 2 points in the tournament. I think if she will keep penetrating like this, then Melnica needs to change something.
And Latvia begins to do a much better job at reading the switch. And again, the ball pressure a little soft. Collins has it. Handy will flare off that screen. Body's on the floor. Samuelson looking to be aggressive again. Steps through, is fouled on the way up, and she'll shoot two.
I think because Carly Samuelson so far proved really well that she's good off the dribble. I think you want to try to cut that pass to her and or try to adjust something, because she is strong and she's now overplaying Pilabere, so she might want to adjust before she even gets the ball. So great.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But the scouting report says she's a shooter.
Yeah. But if if you twice let her shoot, or she does one thing, you wanna adjust, because obviously at this level, yeah, you might be shooter, but if something works, you're gonna stick to it. So that just shows that she is an intelligent player, and she knows Carly Samuelsson that if it works before, she's gonna go for it again.
So Samuelsson and GB are perfect from the free throw line. Last 2 minutes of what's been an offensively focused first half, should we say. Pick and roll action again.
All right, help from Steph Collins.
And again, Latvia benefit from the switch. And the rotation's a little, if anything, Great Britain was a little gassed at this point. Samuelsson going to work, doesn't get the ball to drop this time. Iliaku in transition, tough to cope with, steps through and doesn't get the drop. And Latvia going to work on the offensive board. Malinka gets another 2. Great Britain will take the timeout. Their lead is cut to 5. And Latvia have just outworked Great Britain on the glass and have kept themselves in this by just really being relentless in their effort.
And when you asked that question before, who's going to replace injured Vitola, because at the moment she doesn't seem to be coming back, but we will confirm during the halftime. But Zenta Melnika is probably the player who can step up. Here we see some bench points from Latvia to 21, and I think that's a 10 of Zenta Melnika, because she started off the bench. And also the intention in this game of Latvian team to push the ball down under the hoop, show that 22 points from the paint. That's been so far working, because they do work that switch of British team defensively really well, even though Britain is doing quite decent job being on the split line. Not every possession, which I think is hurting them at the moment.
So when they go soft on the ball pressure, the pass is too easy.
As you see 3 GB players, and then Melnika Stink pulling the shot up and 4.
And that's I think the biggest difference in the second quarter, that Malinka and the rest of this Latvian team have just played harder in those loose ball situations, and they've got a number of second shots. So things are looking much better for the home team now. They only trail 5 with 1:30 to go. Lead them. Collins on the left. Bentley's on the inside. Gets it now from Leedham. Great Britain getting a little mess. Leedham relieves the pressure. Shoots the 3. Is short. Collins on the floor. Can't secure the rebound. And Latvia have a chance to cut this to 3 or 2. Easy, and they blow it, and Collins can't secure the rebound, but Latvia just simply cannot miss those opportunities if they have a hope of winning this game. Malinka, great position, held his space really, really well, and then just blows it from 2 feet.
She almost seems to be a player who could easily dunk it when you bring it like this, so really, really, you should make these shots.
Iliaku rips it. The 3 is away and good.
And it's another great play from Elina Dikepulu to distribute the ball to her open teammates. Attack the defender, attach the defender, and find the open player.
Turnover by Great Britain again. And Latvia, all the momentum going into the half. Iliaku puts it on the floor, looks to create, far side of the ring. In fact, Bentley comes it up with it, and somehow it wasn't a foul. It looked to me for all the world like a foul. Especially when you see how the referees have called the game up until
yes,
now.
Absolutely.
Leadham, great recognition. Wants Great Britain to hold for the last shot. Gets it back, puts it on the floor. Someone's on the floor, everybody's on the floor. And that about sums it up for the first quarter. The Great Britain led by 12. We are now at the half, and Iliaku has dragged Latvia back into this. Great Britain lead it at the half, 41-39. Game on for the second half. We're going to look at some stats in a moment, and this is going to be a tough one, as their FIBA rankings suggest. Only one place apart in those rankings. And just look at the stats, they're going to be pretty similar. Great Britain's three-point shooting has gone cold, 38%, and that's now leveled off with Latvia. Rebounding fairly tight, not much difference, 6-4 for Latvia, but this is going to go all the way down to the wire. Latvia with 14 assists. That's an impressive performance by them. Lead them at 16, but 13 in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's, I think this game is absolutely open, and this last possession of the second quarter just show us how much to win this game it means for both teams, because we've seen bodies on the floor jumping, you know. Okay, the thing that officials let it go is another thing, but we can see that the players really wants to grab the win in this game, and it's always fun to watch because you know effort-wise they're gonna give the best.
So we're going to leave you with highlights for a very, very tough and intense first half. We'll be back for the second half. Will Great Britain upset the home country, or will Latvia take a step towards Belgrade? Join us in around 10 minutes.
Šobrīd Ivo mēģina saprast, ko viņi te paši ir sabūvējuši, bet tā, izstāst, kad lēnām ir gatavs. Ivo, man ir piedāvājums ļoti vienkārši, tad, kad notiks gonga, tu skriesi pa priekšu. Tāds gonga, vispirms jau skaļi aplausi. Pacels vicečempions, Eiropas čempions, 12-kārtais Latvijas čempions, 2-reiz olimpiskais čempions, kā treneris, labs cilvēks un normāls tēvs. Nē, īstenībā brīnišķīgs tēvs, dāmas kungi, skaļi aplausi, Ivo Lakučs! Ivo, vispirms jau kā iet?
Labi, paldies.
Nu ko, šodien mums ir 4 braucēji, ja? Un pirmkārt, varbūt var iepazīstināt, kā tad viņus sauc?
Visi 4 mēģināsim sauc Māris Strombergs.
Ok, ir 3 Māris Strombergs un 1 Māra. Tātad mums ir starp citu, dārgie draugi, starp 4 braucējiem ir viena meitene. Kā meitenei vārds?
Justīna.
Justīna pacēl rokas. Kur mums ir Justīna? Kur ir Justīna? Mamma parāda, kur ir Justīna. Kurējā ir Justīna? Trešā, jā? Aplaus Justīnai, dārgie draugi. Jo kā tad notiks gonga? Gonga notiks 2 braucienos. Sākumā startē visi 4 dalībnieki. Ivo skries pa priekšu. Ja? Un pēc tam 2 kvalificējās finālam un tad lielais fināls. Galvenajā balvā Ivo. Ja? Labi, Ivo, varbūt tā, vispirms jau, pirms mēs sākam, saka lūdzu, vai jūs kā BMXisti esat gatavi čempionātam savam, kas norisināsies arī šovasar?
No rītdienas būsim gatavi.
Ok, nu tad tagad laiks cīņai. Kārtīgai gongai. Tā, iesildīšanās, ja? Tā, nu Ivo, tev tagad jāsasauc savējie. Skatītāji, uzplaudējam sportistiem. Galvenajā balvā, starp citu, tas nekas. Varbūt uz finālu saim būs drosmīgs, ja? Tā, nu ko, visi 3 pirmo braucienu uztaisam. Pirmo braucienu. Ka treneri var palīdzēt, jā. Lūk, lai jūs saprotat, kā tas notiks, jā. Tātad tagad viņi notestē laukumiņu, saprot, kur brauciens, Ivo skrien pa priekšu parāda, jā. Starp citu, kuljāros dzirdēju, kad divu dabu labākais BMXists ir tieši meiteni Justīna. Jā, tā, te viņi tagad atrādās. Tur bija starts, te ir asais pagrieziens, un tāda ir fināls un aiziet pret spalvu. Labi, nu ko, tagad pa īstam, jā, Ivo, tagad pa īstam. Tā, maziem viss ir skaidrs. Tā, stop. Justīna brauc atpakaļ. Ok, Justīna nevar apturēt neviens. Jā, tā. Nu ko, noliekam sportistu starta līnijā. Tā. Aha, ok, to mēs neteiksim, jā. Tā, Ivo, apturi tos braucējus, viņi visu dienu brauc. Nākamu startiņu. Nu, kā mēs redzam, tātad visiem sportistiem ir super safe ķiberes, jā? Jā, bet Ivo, tev atkal jāskrien pa priekšu, tad bija labāk. Jā, tad bija labāk. Jā, starta signāls, mēs uztaisīsim atskaiti 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 un visa arēna kliedz starts. Un tad viņi sāk. Jā, gatavi? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Aiziet, lūk, mēs redzam, kas notiek nākamā šobrīd. Tātad mums ir rozā leģiņa izraušies. Un kājā sportā ir arī nedaudz kas ar viņiem. Bet viss kārtībā. Un redzam, Aslīkovič ir izņemts. Tā, labi, otrās trasē. Pirmais fināls zinots. Un otrais fināls arī dzēn. Bet aplaus trešam dalībniekam. Vasteļas ar asanām acīs. Nu, dārgie draugi, vai tie ir labākie aplausi, ko jūs varat iedot čalim, kuram ūdens tek acīm ārā? Jā. Nu, ko, lielais fināls. Ivo, izstāstīja, tu tomēr dzīvēs bijis daudz fināla braucienos. Kas ir tā galvenās lietas, par ko miksā jādomā uz fināla tās starta līnijas?
The big block.
Ivanovic, who at the moment is just carrying Serbia at both ends. Leaves Spano on the floor and goes coast to coast. If you need a leader, there you have one.
It's down. This is A-star quality.
Torrance goes in. Oh, goodness me. The length of Torrance.
Oh.
He finds Mete, and then Kristinaki steps in. Now she's got a break. Tetron's going to try to catch her. Oh, she rejects her. Sends it over to row 8.
Pēdējiem metru lūk, mēs redzam ar kādām emocijām un mums ir uzvarētājs, bet mums ir skaļi aplausi mūsu brīnišķīgai meitenei. Kā tev iet? Viss labi? Brauksi vēl kādreiz? Viņa saka, jā, dāmas kungi, aplausi! Un mums, kur mums ir čempions? Kur mums ir čempions? Kur mums ir čempions? 105. Tev šodien dāvanā no Latvijas izlases meitenēm parakstīts Krekls pirmais šajā čempionātā. Apsveicu! Nu, paldies, Ivo, paldies miksistiem un atliekamies atpakaļ basketbolā.
篮球世界杯就在中国，腾讯体育点燃中国主场。Braucbrīvdienas nesteidzies. Pludmale pagaidīs, jo piestātie mums ir daļa no brauciena. Izbaudi arī jaunu koncepta veikals Circle K. Uzzini vairāk Circle K LV. Helio piedāvā. Spožākās pasaules un Latvijas sporta zvaigznes vienvien. Piedzīvo tiešraidē emocijas, par kurām visi runās rīt. Skaties mājās vai pa ceļām. Jo viss var notikt, jebkurā mirklī. Nepalaid garām. Helio, kas aizrauj tevi? Jauns ceļš, jauns Toyota Camry hibrīds. Jaunā Camry ar luxury aprīkojuma līmeni. Iepazīšanās piedāvājums 28,500 eiro.
Well, welcome back inside the Regal Arena. You just saw Joe Leadham, who had 16 points at the half. 16 points, 13 though were in the first quarter. And Latvia really did make some, not so much adjustments at the defensive end. They continue to play Latvian-style defense, but at the offensive end, Latvia found a way to exploit the mismatch and found a way to find the ball to the rolling player. And the other thing that Diliaku for Latvia was just tremendous. Her recognition of options, Teresa, was as good as I've seen her play.
Yeah, I can only agree because she reads the floor really well. If she has a picks of the GB on her, she's attacking them as long as her roller is not open and creating another opportunities. She's really timing her passes well to distribute the ball to her open teammates as well. So I can only agree with that statement. I think I haven't seen her play a better half. We knew prior this game that she's going to be one of the leaders. But you asked me how big influence she can have. She has a massive influence in Latvian offense, for sure, in terms of distribution of the balls and also the decision making.
Well, it looks pretty confirmed that Vitola, Christine Vitola, looks like she would take no further part in this game. And that would be a devastating blow for Latvia. Also would really have a really negative effect on their chances in this competition as it progresses. We're trying to get a bit of confirmation about the extent at the moment that's not forthcoming. I wouldn't tell anybody either if I was coaching.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Latvia is going to make a statement after this game, because that's going to be definitely a talking point. But I have to say that Melnika has stepped up for her quite well, and she scored 10 points, and mostly in the second quarter. And I think that's definitely the way for Latvian to go and try to really stick to those pick and rolls and playing that switch of GB's defense.
Well, you don't have to be a great player, do you? Just score from 2 feet against a smaller player if you take your time and get good position. And the difference in the first and second quarter is that what they made more time, and there was not as much pressure from Great Britain. So those two factors really did allow Latvia to start ticking the scoreboard over. I mean, Great Britain shouldn't be that disappointed. They have 41 points at the half. They're playing their style of game, but they appeared to lose their intensity and rhythm in the last 5 minutes of the half.
Yeah, I can only agree, and we already mentioned it before that defense brings offense, and I think if GB is going to put a little bit more aggressivity under the hoop or generally in defense, they might could give them some more opportunities offensively, more fast breaks, more movement as well offensively, because right now GB have only 3 fouls. They haven't sent Latvia into foul shot at all because Latvian is too easy, just they're letting them play. So the question is, will Cheva gonna call for more aggressivity defensively to bring them some steals and some quick runs? We will see.
We definitely will see. Latvia back out onto the floor first. GB will have possession of the basketball at the start of the second half. And for those of you who are not aware of the competition system here, the winners of the group will go directly to the quarterfinals. The second and third place teams in Group A and B will play off to decide which other 2 teams will be on the flight going to Serbia and Belgrade and the quarterfinals. And as you said, 2 objectives here, an Olympic qualification spot and also medals. So both teams at the beginning of the journey, at the halftime of a game that's crucial. GB with the possession at the start of the third quarter. Van der Waal has it, and Leedham, not surprisingly, gets an early touch. Ball gets stuck with Joanna Leedham. Now she put it on the floor, stays with the play, and is fouled and will shoot 2. And GB, very static on that first possession. Historically, when it gets like that, Joanna Leedham does this and attacks the basket.
Scores 2.
Yeah, she gets to the free throw line.
You already put your money on it.
Yes. We'll see.
We'll see this time. Yes.
Please wake up. And Joe Leedham, bit of deja vu, goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Now Latvian hosts in this part of the arena not happy with the official score.
I think they probably called for the double dribble.
I think so. Brumani hands it off to Ilaku. Ilaku comes left, and Samuelson's going to get a call for holding the screen as she came round. Bulbale will inbound the basketball. Fembele will capture that one and should go strong for the easy 2. And Great Britain have a 4-0 start at the start of this third quarter. A little messy start for Latvia, but that shouldn't really affect things. Oh, Ilaku just blew past Samuelson and gets the @1. And I was just going to ask you, is that a gamble to take Samuelson or put her on Iliaku with her pace?
Yeah, that's a good question, but for sure we said that GB now scored quick 4 points, but Elena, I was about to say she might just return with one offense those 4 points, but 3 points, but not really.
Van der Waal in the half court for Great Britain. Samuelson will collect on the wing, and Latvia just sag to the inside the three-point line. Leedham, great pass, tag back, then lay for 2. And that's a little bit of local understanding from Pogovice in the Polish league. Iliaku doesn't get the layup, but they get the offensive rebound. Iliaku in the corner for 3 is no good. And another offensive rebound for Latvia, and they are just going to work on the glass.
Yeah, with 2 offensive rebounds, you definitely have a higher chance to score, and GB needs to book the players out.
Leedham out top, Faisal Dengley goes to work and blows the 2. Iliaku again. And they've caught that unsportsmanlike. And I have to say, with the rules the way they are, it's an unsportsmanlike foul because I don't think there's an attempt to actually play the basketball.
Yeah, there was even no way that Henry could play the basketball because Elena Tikaku was already passing her. Yeah, that was just the body contact straight away.
No attempt to actually play the ball.
Absolutely.
But Yasmin Lures has set the standard now for the unsportsmanlike foul, so we all know where we are. And GB were perfect from the free throw line. Elina Tikaliaku makes her first, it's 1 for 3. They're the only 3 free throws that Latvia have taken. Pressure released by Mika. Nice find. Bulberi goes to work on Samuelson and gets the easy layup. That's just a poor closeout. Great offensive execution by Latvia. And we have a 1-point game. Jones in the game, but Melanie high post for the no points. And Latvia get GB to take the shot that they want them to take. Iliaku kicks. Iliaku steps back for 3, it's no good. And another offensive rebound. And you've got to say that Zente Melnika is just going to work. Her office is 2 feet from the ring. I mean, she is doing a piece of work on GB on the glass.
Absolutely. We've just seen this quick rip off. Big quick skip from the strong side to weak side and rip off wide open penetration into the rim by Pilavera.
And this is when you have to make your free throws. You've started your game, but now you're back in it. You're one down. You have a chance to lead, and you missed the front of the 2 shots. Second one is good, and we have a new game at 47. With 7:30 to go in the third. Jones has it for Great Britain. Finds Leadham. Handy in the corner. Lines up the 3. Is no good. Iliaku in transition. Puts it on the floor hard. Moved to the far side of the ring, ball knocked away, and the ball will belong to Latvia. Inline possession for Latvia. Iliaku. Leadham with the steal. When your team needs you, she's always coming up with something. Leadham kicks. Samuelson for 3 is good.
And 3 good. Yeah, you're right, Morgan. And she's just proving why she has been a leader of GB in the qualification in points, steals, assists, and efficiency.
Samuelson 12 points personal on a very good percentage. GB looked like they decided to really extend and ask Latvia to beat them on the dribble. But they've got to help each other. Iliaku inbounds. Pressure release by Pulbele. Iliaku puts it on the floor. A little shake. Left hand throws up a little prayer on a little scoop. And those are the shots that she doesn't have to take. She's too good a player for those.
Yeah.
Here's Leadham.
She doesn't need to force because she's been doing really good job to touching the defenders to open up her teammates, and that was working really well the first half.
Leadham fires up the 3. Oh!
That's a big one.
Step back and knock down the 3. Joanna Leadham at both ends of the floor just ignites this Great Britain lineup. 21 points personal for Leadham. And Leadham with a steal, goes up, off the glass, blows the layup, gets a rebound, great work. Samuelson picks it up, she gets the 2. And timeout Latvia, and Joanna Leadham and Carly Samuelson have just hauled Great Britain back into an 8-point lead. Timeout Latvia. All the work of getting back into the game undone by Great Britain's Joanna Leadham.
Such impressive statistics so far from Joanna Leadham. 2 out of 4 for 2 points, 4 out of 5 from 3 points, which is crazy number, 80%. 5 foul line shots, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Great performance so far of Joanna Leadham.
Wow, those turnovers, only 6 turnovers to Great Britain. 11 fast break points, 13 turnovers for Latvia. A team really does take care of the basketball, is normally very efficient. 13 turnovers is a good stat for Great Britain, a bad stat for Latvia. If they want to get back in this game, they're going to have to take care of the basketball. Rebound-wise, Latvia with a huge number on the glass.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Turnovers are usually a quite key element in the games, and this is massive difference so far, especially with this last position when GB do punish these turnovers with the quick breaks. This is the excellent shooting from GB players, Leadham and Samuelson.
I think both teams will go shorter on their rotation in this second half. Here's Latvia at the timeout. So important that Latvia gets something they want out of their timeout. Stockmani goes inside. That's a great hold. They go inside, outside. Why they didn't want to take it? The layup is missed. Offensive rebound again. Who's coming up? There's a whistle on the play. And Latvia at the moment are just living on the glass.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've just seen that previous offense. You just have to ask the question, why Carolina Pilavera didn't take that shot? Why did she kick it off? Because she was wide open.
She sealed her spot incredibly well, held it, and then just kicked it. And she had the basket at her mercy.
Absolutely.
And another free throw goes a begging for Dente Malinka. Oh, you can't say enough good things about Malinka's performance, though. Having to come in and play major minutes, but she's got to make her free throws.
Yeah, that's a really poor performance so far from Latvians. 2 out of 7, only shooting 28% from the line.
Samuelson is deep, puts it on the floor, steps back to the 3, is way short. That'll just drop to Chantal Handy. Jones for 3 from the wing is good. Great Britain, the backfiring from the 3-point line. 5 minutes remain in the third. They lead by 11, and Latvia are in a drought at the moment. They go high-low, inside for 2, and again they blow it. You've got to give Jones some credit for getting a hand on it, but Latvia have to finish those plays. Yes. Samuelson.
If the shot is contested, then you might say okay, but the shots are not really contested, so.
Benley for 2 is no good. Defensive rebound and a chance to push as Pulvele doesn't push, and Latvia don't want to run as much as I'd expected them to. Lead them with the steal. If you are in the right place, normally good things happen. And she found herself, great lead pass. Benley's blocked. Great play by Malinka again. Benley going to work on the baseline, kicks it. Somehow it finds its way to Lida. Joanna Lida just knocks down another 3 for Great Britain. In fact, Benley stayed with the play. 24 points personal for Lida. Pulvele gets it off, and Latvia, the drought continues. But an offensive rebound gives them the opportunity.
And you can see how much influence Elina Dikapulu has on the Latvian team. Because her being off the floor right now, there's no really brain.
And Great Britain underline the drought that Latvia are in with a 24-second violation. And Diliaku is coming back, and she has to.
She has to spend as much minutes as possible. I know it's quite physical for her, but she will need to stay on the floor as much as possible because her influence is just massive on Latvian's team.
She may have to go 14 minutes. That's the whole time out there. If Latvia have a chance to get back in this.
Great pass.
Better execution for Great Britain. Green blows the 2-footer. And again, you've got to credit Malinka and the rotation. Diliaku to the ring is blocked. Leedham gets another positive stat. Jones in transition, looks to attack it. Is knocked out of bounds off her thigh. And for the first time in about 2-3 minutes, GB looked a little bit, should I not? Should I not?
Yeah, it comes I think Rachel van der Boel is looking really good on the point guard position. She might, or it's not as visible, but she gives the GB offense and transition offense and defense a little bit more energy and quickness.
It's just Jones had to decide to go or not to go.
Yeah.
Wide open from the 3-point line is way off. Leedham comes and Green will claim that rebound. Drop to the glass as she spells Tagbenle. Jones guarded by Diliaku. One thing Jones will do is take care of the basketball. Puts it on the floor, breaks the defense down, drops it to Leedham. Leedham works the block, even looks at a great pass and a foul. And Leedham looked at the clock, saw there was 4 seconds left, went to work, and Green did a great job moving.
Yeah, she's just displaying her big experiences on the international level from EuroLeague, and you can see how much basketball IQ she has. Either she takes her own shots or she reads the floor and just open up her teammates.
Sheridan Green on the free throw line and continues Great Britain's perfect performance from the stripe. Opened it out to a 15-point lead. Latvia tied the game, and Great Britain have just gone on a run here. We've got a 16-point lead, and Diliaku's got to take over. Van der Boel back in the game, comes up with a steal, and Leedham says, hang on a minute, we get another 24, let's use it. Green outside, needs a pass, finds one, Leedham again in the block, inside, outside, Green for 3. And Diliaku's going to push. Gives it up to the wing, and Leedham again gets back involved. Have we got like a replay button because I'm just getting tired saying she's done another good job because Liam is everywhere at the moment.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if she's just jogging back defensively or
she's still everywhere.
She is there.
Iliaku, great streak to the hoop, and she kills the drought and gets the two. And then Iliaku is carrying Latvia, trying to force them back into this game. Plenty of time left, 2 to go. Iliaku going after it at the point. Great effort by the guard. Handy will go down low to Samuelson. This is going up into the lane. Tough one, great defensive effort. Tremendous effort. Iliaku again leads the break, gives it up. Someone else has got to score for this Latvian team. Inside-outside kick, the three is gone and no good. Yet another offensive rebound for Latvia. And Iliaku wants to take responsibility, doing a super job for her country. Inside. Oh, and again, they step through for the wide open look and turn down the shot. And the same thing again, Bumane had the wide open too, passed it up.
Yeah, I can only agree because these you should just give it in and not really look combined offensively.
Samuelson to the corner for Handy, turns down the three. Leadham attacks the closeout, draws contact. And that'll be the third team foul for Latvia with just under a minute to go in the third. And Leedham takes her first moments on the bench of the game.
Yeah, I think it's a great part of the game to take a couple of minutes rest right now.
She'll get the quarter break and the minute here.
Yeah.
She will take a couple, so.
I'm sure we will see her back very soon.
Okiana releases the pressure. Van der Waal on the ball reversal. Samuelson will come back to it. Just about receives it. Latvia do a nice job switching that. Samuelson draws contact. Tough move by Carly Samuelson.
And again, great recognition by Carly Samuelson, knowing that she has advantage into that penetration. She's quicker, shorter, so she took that chance and drew foul.
Samuelson relieves the pressure out of bounds, faces up. Takes the pick and roll, attacks the middle. Green seals deep. Got to go up or do something. Kicks it out. Samuelson, quick release. And they use a full shot clock. Good stop by Latvia. Did a really nice job contesting Samuelson. And here's Iliaku, which is going to take as much as around a 6 to 7 second differential between the game and the shot clock. Looks to attack it. Again, attacks the switching player. Inside, needs a pass, turnover. And Great Britain will have 10 seconds for the last shot of this third quarter. Does Van der Waal know? I'm sure she does. Off the screen, looks to attack it. It's got to put it up for the two. Is good! Rachel Van der Waal ends the third quarter. That has belonged to Great Britain with the two. They lead it by 16 points. Latvia tied the game at 47 apiece, and look at what we have now, 65 to 49. That is a tremendous period of basketball for Great Britain. Stats-wise, they're back out over 40% from the three. 11 from 11 from the line against 2 for 7, which is, and if you remember the time that they missed those throws, would have given them the lead. Latvia could be a different game. So, what a performance by Great Britain. So Teresa, for Latvia now, 16 points, 10 minutes. They have the firepower. They have a great guard in Iliaku. But they've got to find a way of getting those stops they got in the second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a tough task now for Latvia to stop, let's say, GB players being on the fire right now, because they play with a big confidence, hitting those long distance shots, also attacking the hoop. We see Temi van Rijtberg has stepped up this quarter, this past third quarter, more than in the first half. And when you have a strength down under the hoop and you can hit those long shots as Joanna Liedem and Carly Samuelson does, it's really hard to stop. So right now, Coach DeVos really needs to come out with something to try defensively to get some stops and maybe run the break again. But what I have seen as soon as Elina Diakovic went on the bench, the level of Latvian offense has dropped so massively that I think they have problems to recover from that little moment as well and get back to what they've been playing really good the first half, which was the combination between the small and big, rolling down or attacking the big from the top of the key. So it's still open, it's still whole quarter, but GB plays really good so far.
So at the start of the fourth, Latvia in possession. It's a possession at a time for Latvia. Stop and a score, and you have to build some momentum. And as we said before, if they could get it to single digits, it's a completely different ball game. Pulvare for three is no good. Samuelson comes up with a rebound. Liedem still sits. Great look. Fagbenle finds and gets recovered, kicks it back in. Van der Waal off her knee, turns it over. Iliaku just about controls. Open for three on the end of the break is good. And they dodged the bullet the other way, but they still had to come down and make the three, which they did, and Iliaku stayed with it. Great composure to find the open player. And Van der Waal has it in the half court. You hope if you're a British fan that Great Britain don't get too defensive and just try and hold what they've got. Keep that tempo. Samuelson with a tough on the baseline, gets it away at the 24-second buzzer. And Iliaku again looks to push. Gonna go out on Kanana. That's not a matchup that she will be pleased with. The three is away, but short. That's a box out by Fagbenle to secure the rebound for the team. Van der Waal will find Samuelson and Great Britain try to manage. And Liedem is coming back. Good news for anyone that's a British fan. Van der Waal outside the three-point line, puts it on the floor, needs a pass now. Finds one, Simpson is deep, attacks the closeout in the lane for two, is no good. And Iliaku is almost doing a lead-in for Latvia. She's everywhere. Defensive rebound, she pushes to the hoop and kicks. Wide open, Pulvari turns down the three and is fouled by Van der Waal.
What I also like to see how quick Elina Diakovic drives the transition offense for Latvian team. I don't think she needs even 1 second to get to the offensive half. Like that's amazing, and it brings them a lot of options, to be honest, because GB is quite doing great job coming back, but there will be opportunities for Latvian team if they stay quick in the transition offense.
No, Malinka nowhere to go. Pulvari missed the open shooter in the corner, puts it on the floor, tries to make the tough one, doesn't collect, and Simpson hunts the ball down and comes down with it. And Great Britain again into the half court. Van der Waal on the dribble in the lane for two. Great rebound by Fagbenle, and one. Temi Fagbenle.
That's been a great rebound. No one books you out, you go for it and just bring it in.
Just active, you have to stay active. Chance to push this out to a 16-point margin for Great Britain. And they stay perfect from the free throw line. And subs off the Latvian bench as Pilbele steps back in. When you say to Latvia in this situation, hey look, we're going to penetrate, if you've got the open look, you've got to start making threes, or you've got to start really trying to be aggressive, because time will become their enemy. Iliaku is short. That's the first three she's taken and lacked that rhythm.
Yeah, she took the first shot of the game, that three, when she scored, and then she's been more looking for a penetration. So far, 25% from the arc for Latvian team.
Oh, Van der Waal just blew a two-footer. It was almost too easy. Iliaku pushes again. can't say enough good things about the way she's trying to drag her teammates back into this. Where he has the mismatch. And Leadham almost gets the steal, but she kicked it out of bounds, so 8 seconds on the possession.
It was a shame that no one just cut into the middle and the top of the key, tried to get that high-low, because then Tamelnica had great position with her defender being on her back, and this long skip pass takes forever and gives time defensive player to recover from that mismatch.
Blueberry has it, looks down low, nice pass to the inside, oh, and blocked. That was one of these not in my house. In fact, Bentley gets rewarded for running the block. Oh, what a pass by Jones. Timeout, Latvia. And as you say, I always say reward the big, and the big gets rewarded. She gets away with a little extra step, I think, but who cares? Because you love the guard that gives the ball up.
Yeah, but imagine if she was blocking that shot and she still was first running the floor. That's amazing effort of Tamelnica Brother.
That's what, see, like, this is the thing, because you and I never block shots. So Bentley comes over and blocks the shot, gets the momentum from the block and just takes off. And because she knows she's blocked it, she's gone. And Jones is a good passing guard and just beautiful into her stride and gets the 2.
Absolutely, great possession offensively for GB and defensively as well.
Well, Buchanan's going to try and make sure this doesn't get silly and want to manage the game. He's up 18 points. As a former national team coach of Spain and Bulgaria, he's been around the international circuit for a very, very long time.
Yeah, and also the experience GB team has within their roster. They should really be able to manage this game to the end, but there's still loads of minutes to go, and Latvia is definitely a nation who never gives up.
And it's definitely a nation that has shooters that can score in a hurry.
Absolutely.
And Diliaku is fouled by Jones, and that'll be the second team foul for Great Britain. Diliaku on the rip through. Simpson does a good job closing her out. Diliaku again. No one moves for her, but she finds a pass, and there's a foul in the play. If they would just move a little earlier for her, if they would just read, there'd be more space.
That's been great cut behind the defense.
And this was going to be tough for Latvia without Steinberger. But with Vitola sitting there, those are the players that she would be passing to. But take nothing away from the way Great Britain has played their defense to make it life tough.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know that Steinberger has been an excellent player in that timing her cuts behind the defensive players. And this was the first time we've seen Startmane to do that kind of move and really time her cuts behind the defense.
And they miss another free throw, and that all the areas where they could help themselves, they haven't. It could be a 10-point game if they just made a reasonable free throw percentage. Jones has it in the half court. Leadham once, but gets overguarded, so Jones attacks the space. Inside, outside, handy for 3 is good. And when Leadham gets guarded, Jones makes a great decision, gives Handy the open 3, and Great Britain making tremendous decisions. Trying to manage this game away, lead by 20. Diliaku trying to force her team back in. In the lane is fouled. And Samuelson will come back for Great Britain as Diliaku goes to the free throw line. In fact, no, they've caught it on the floor. She's not getting much love here. Because the foul by Leadham at the end of the half and this penetration here. As a hometown player, you'd expect her maybe to go to the line.
Yeah, probably, but she seems to be really focused this game, and these maybe questionable officials' decisions doesn't really get her out of rhythm.
No.
Which makes the player big player.
And And there's got to be a little more urgency here for Latvia. Iliaku attacks and gets the two. That's a tough move. Tremendous penetration with the left hand, gets the two. Georgia Jones in the half court for Great Britain. Handy outside the three will get Jones the ball. Benley is sliding to the hoop, but the ball will stay, and she wants the foul, and maybe she has a case. She won't worry too much with 9 on the shot clock.
This was that pass from Georgia Jones, but Svetlana has been in a good position to defend this cut of Temi Faglende. So you might want to look at the lift from the weak side, maybe, if the action is all focused on the strong side.
Lead him off the out of bounds, puts it on the floor, second step for 2. Tough shot is no good. Iliaku with Leadham running after him. Ball's knocked away. And Leadham will advance it for Great Britain. Benley will get it back to Johanna Leadham.
And again, it comes a little bit to slow down offensively for GBO. Great steal.
John Mane goes up and is fouled by Johanna Leadham. Takes one for the team, and Latvia will have to go to the free throw line.
It's really interesting to watch how much the point guard can give you a face of the game. Because we've seen when Rachel van der Wall was on the court, Chibi was quite running the floor, and they had a rhythm. Now when there's been a change, and Georgia Jones, which is a slower point guard of the GB than Rachel, it just really slowed down the tempo.
At the same time as GB are trying to manage the game as well, so everything gets slower.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad at all, because obviously each point guard has their own benefits to bring to the team. So it wasn't anything negative, it's just the fact that how interesting it is to see that the team plays as is the style of the point guard.
Yeah. Leadham outside the three-point line. Looks at her options, puts it on the floor, gets to the middle, takes a tough one, and gets her own rebound. Tries to hang on, ball is ripped, but with 11 seconds on the possession arrow favors Great Britain. Out of shot for you. Coach Buscetta is questioning why Jo Leadham got no love from the official.
Yeah, and to be honest, a great effort again. She was off balance, almost on the floor, and she'll still grab that offensive rebound after her unsuccessful shot.
The other thing that Latvia have to be aware of here is they need to, if they don't win this game, they need to close the margin, because this group is so tight, and as the home team, they can get a win, and then it will decide, points difference could become a huge factor, and Great Britain are aware of that as well. Iliaku.
And I'm sure Iliaku is aware of it as well, the way she plays.
And Johanna Leadham quickly asked the official why she did not get the same love at the other end. Iliaku on the free throw line. She has been tremendous this evening. Makes the free throw. That's 17 personal for her.
She was one rebound away from double-double.
Benley just about a great defensive effort by Latvia. And 4 minutes is a long time in a basketball game here.
Anything's still going to happen.
Yeah, and not just because of the win, the loss, but the points difference could be a huge factor. Great Britain have to finish this game strongly, otherwise they give Latvia a chance to get back in it, and then who knows? Best person to get it, Iliaku. Offensive foul because Carly Samuelson just played heads-up basketball.
Yeah, Corey Simmons has been in a position she really did anticipated the move, filling about where she's gonna go.
Rachel van der Wall will advance the basketball. Iliaku trying to get it done at both ends. Benley almost loses it, does lose it. Great effort by Strud Mane. Iliaku puts it on the floor, going left, gets to the baseline, finds the pass. Someone's got to shoot the ball for this team. Nice pass. Strumani for 2, no good, and they blow another layup. Iliaku for 3 is no good. And we got a whistle on the play. And that's a offensive loose ball foul. It's a loose ball foul on the rebound. That's the third team foul for Latvia, and they will take the timeout, which will be their last timeout. And the last throw of the dice for Coach Zibarts. And you would think with the fact that 6, 7 of these players play with the TT Riga team in the Women's EuroLeague. They did a really nice job this year. He'll have many things that he can go to try and generate turnovers and try and find a way back in this game. In terms of the game leaders for Latvia, Diliaku with 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. There are some other players on the Latvian team. However, at the moment, she is just getting it all done for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we mentioned at a halftime that Zenta Melnika, that she could be another X-factor for Latvian offense and defense, I didn't really see her perform the second half, and it's quite a shame because right now it looks like Elena Dikekulu is the only player who plays for Latvian team.
So Joanna Leadham with 24 points, 6 assists, 7 steals. If things go really well for her, she could have a triple-double.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, as two players who could have each from one team, which is an amazing display of individual performances in this game.
But then you see the other contributions across the GB roster. Samuelson with 14, Bekbenle with 13. Other people with points and assists across the roster gives you this 15-point lead. Plus, GB perfect from the free throw line is the other stat that really jumps out at you. Van der Waal finds Leadham, why not? Handy will reverse the ball. Chantel Handy high, Bekbenle, you've got to put it up. Fires it up, and that'll be a 24 violation. They won't worry too much about that. They take 24 seconds off the clock with 3:09 to go. And GB know the importance here of points difference. Still with literally their starting lineup back on the floor. That's tournament experience from Bruschetta. Leadham's on the floor and getting the steal. With 3 minutes to go, Leadham is just, wow, she's one of those players, and all the national team players, and the same thing would be for Diliaku. You cut them open and they bleed for their country.
Yeah,
Leadham's everywhere.
Absolutely, and it's just a pleasure to watch players like this who are able to really put everything out there on the floor for their nation.
So Great Britain with the 15-point advantage. We've got under 3 to go. Leadham has it. Handy will stretch the floor. And the ball outside.
Oh, someone needs to flash.
And the ball attacks it and kicks it. Bekbenle has it ripped away. Diliaku again leads the break for Latvia, but she has no one ahead of her. Got to get some help from somewhere, but they're going to work, and the ball double touched out of bounds. The ball belongs to Great Britain. Samuelson should pretty much get the steal there.
Yeah, and the deflection defensively is really good always for the team. Either you slowing down the oppositions or get them a little bit out of that flow, which just happened, but they stole the ball. Great play defensively from GB.
But it's not great, is it, for Lav? Diliaku steals it, leads the floor. No one gets ahead of her. Samuelson to the hoop is fouled. And that'll be the full team foul if they call it on the floor. And it will be on the sideline. Both teams now in the penalty. 2:22 to go. Handy will release. And Van der Waal outside, looking down low. Leader wants it in the post. Skips it. Handy for 3 is no good. Defensive rebound. Diliaku gets a double-double and looks to push. And again, she has no options. She's going to have to push and create herself. The run and layup is no good. And Bekbenle gets another rebound. And Leadham has it. finds Samuelson on the wing. Diliaku guards her, goes for the reach, around, knocks it away. GB on the end line with 10 on the possession, 146 on the game. Lead him off the out of bounds. Will come off the Handy screen. Handy soft roll, but nice pass to the inside. Vanderbilt takes a tough one. And Diliaku again leads, and again she has no option down the floor. Nice pass to the inside, and an easy two for Stratmane. And you get the impression if they get open, she'll find them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's again coming out of that quick transition offense.
Handy will reverse the basketball through Leadham. Benley, high, goes back to Leadham. Deep, deep three is way, way short, and looks a little tired.
Yeah, I think really GB now plays the time. They don't want to really do anything crazy right now.
The two is no good. Vanderbilt leaps for the rebound.
You see, there's no intention to run a break or anything. It's just to hold the ball, not to commit any turnover. And
foul called. Samuelson will go to the free throw line, holding. I hope holding nothing for GB. Or maybe she's just tired. I would be tired.
Yeah. That move has been out of the probably tiredness, really. Not being able to stay on your feet, but yeah, two foul line shots for Samuelson.
Samuelson, I think, ruins the perfect night.
Yes,
free throw
that was
line.
the first free throw missed in this game from GB.
Diliaku again puts it on the floor, gets to the hoop. Great rebound by Malinka, but she's blocked by Leadham. Is that another positive stat? And with 20 seconds to go, Great Britain trying to run out time. Leadham steps back, takes the three, doesn't drop the free. In fact, Benley gets another rebound, and Great Britain will probably just run this out now.
So who's gonna take that last shot right now? Would it be Corey Samuelson playing 1-1? Yes.
Takes the long two, and that'll do it. Diliaku will take the long two, and it doesn't drop. And Great Britain have come to Riga. Have come to Riga and played the hosts, and have come away with a 74-60 win. Some of the stats individually are scary for both teams because Diliaku and Leadham just put on a clinic. But GB get the win, 74-60.
Scatto Premier Sinia per inclusione la mia carta da Catania Droghe. Applausi Matisse for Spender. Ja, Krishna on Riga Athletic and the same arena Riga.
There's a picture that tells you a story with Matola and the injury. But it's taken nothing away from GB. Injury is part of tournament play. It's unfortunate for her, but GB still get 74-60 win. And Latvia just didn't have enough scoring options. We highlighted some missing players, but GB delivered on the night.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. We said that prior to this game that Bikola and Diakoku gonna be the biggest kind of players of Latvian team, but with Vidula sitting most of the game on the bench, no one really stepped up too much to support Elina Diakoku in that offensive effort. Still, I have to say, and head down for Elina, the way she performed in this game. Great individual performance, but what it counts is that GB has grabbed the win, and GB has really impressed me. 3 players in double figures. Temi Fakbadle has stepped up the second half really to contribute offensively and defensively. Here we see some stats. Great Britain, 39% from the arc, 24 points for Leadham, 14 points for Carly Samuelson, and 13 points for Fakbadle. Really great because you can see that the GB has power inside and outside, which is really hard to defend, and Latvia was too short now for these great three performances.
Well, there's the game leaders leading with 24 points. Iliaku with 17. McFinley gets a double-digit rebound and a so she has a double-double. And Leadham is all over the stats. 7 steals, 2 blocks. Unfortunately 4 turnovers, but we'll skip over those.
Yeah, and on the other hand, again, John Leadham, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 steals, efficiency 32 is just an excellent individual performance.
Well, that was the opening game of Group A. Great Britain get the win over Latvia in this Riga arena from minute 1. Apart from that moment in the third quarter where Latvia tied the game, led from opening tip, and I think that Latvia had something like just a minute of lead throughout the game. So Great Britain got up, stayed up, and really did do a marvelous job in managing that game. So Great Britain did a really decent job and really performed great. It's a tremendous performance by Coach Duchenne. He's right in front of us right now with a huge smile on his face. And he has enjoyed that game because his team played relentlessly and he got contributions from across his roster.
Yeah, experiences from Coach Duchenne definitely showed that he was leading his players throughout the whole game really well, and they knew what they want to play, they knew where are their strengths, and they used them in today's game against the Latvian home nation.
Well, to be fair, Benley, who, as you said, struggled a little bit in the first half, but I think that's Latvia's really taking her space away. Really did stay with her performance. Got out on the break, blocked shots, rebounded, and you build your teams from the inside out, and she in particular really gives them the stability that they need. Sheridan Green gave a good backup minutes from in the inside too, but that's a tremendous performance by Great Britain, and who knows where they this may lead, because Latvia get a win tomorrow, they're right back in the mix. If Great Britain get the win and they play Spain tomorrow, and having only lost by 2 to them in preparation, that's going to be an interesting night tomorrow. But let's just think about today for the moment. And Coach Seabots, after the success of last EuroBasket, after the success he had in the World Cup, now has a different challenge. He's got to build his team up against adversity with the injuries, and he's got to find a way to build on the performance of Elena Iliaku, who you see there, and that's how much it meant to her.
Yes, she's always been a player with a big heart, and she proved that tonight with that individual amazing performance. But unfortunately, there was no one really stepped towards to her and help her to bring the game to the end.
Well, here is the result of that game with Great Britain with a 74-60 win. Ukraine and Spain will tip it off at 9 o'clock local time. And we'll bring you that game shortly. We'll be back for that game. Join us again then. I hope you've enjoyed the first one in Group A. The second one will be tough. We'll see you later on. Bye for now.
Number 30, John. Nu, dārgie draugi, iedodam enerģiju mūsu meitenēm, mūsu zemē!
Minusvarbraukums Great Latvijā. Trīs punkti un noteikti palīdzam aizsardzībā. Tas ir ļoti svarīgi visiem.